Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys. Welcome to episode 3 of WoW Tutorial. Vanilla WoW Tutorial, excuse me. I also want to apologize. We already went over character info sheet in the first episode. I'm getting old. Apparently losing my mind. So, we already did that. So today, we're going to talk about races. And before we go that though, there's a few little things that I didn't talk about, okay, that I want to go over. The first one is hitboxes and aggro range, okay? This only comes into, well, hitboxes come into play for everything. Everything in this game has a hitbox. This guy has a hitbox, I have a hitbox. The rat down here, well, there's a rat, I don't see one. But if there little rats have hitboxes. Dusk bats that were behind me over here have hitboxes. Everything is a hitbox. What a hitbox is that there's a three-dimensional cube that's around, it's invisible, that's around everything. Okay, everything that you can interact with in this world. This zombie has one. I have one. What I mean by hitbox is there's a box that I have to stand in order to hit this guy. Okay, if I try to hit him from here, it's going to say you're too far away. However, I just entered this hitbox. This hitbox is pretty big. It's at least this big. Okay. Everything is a hitbox. The bigger the target, the bigger their hitbox is. There's dragons in this game that I swear you can look like you're not touching the damn thing, but you're hitting him. Look how far away I am from this guy that I start hitting him. My sword is not even touching him, but I'm in its hitbox. Everything in this game is a hitbox. Other players have hitboxes, like opposing faction. If I was the hit an alliance person, they would have a hitbox. Everything does. It's not really an important thing, but you just have to know that you have to be in their hitbox. It only applies to melee targets, okay, guys? If you're a mage or a warlock or a hunter or a priest or an elemental shaman, I can keep going forever. You can hit it. The hitbox is not the problem; it's the range of your spell. If you look at this little white dash, let me move this to here. See the 0 on charge? When I click this wolf, it's white. Why? Because I'm in range. If I move away, that little 0 turns red. When I move closer, it's white. That means I'm in range. That goes for range. Any kind of ranged attack, guys, you have to look for if these little numbers light up. Cloak, nice. So that's something that you have to worry about. Okay. That's basically about hitboxes and range. It's very simple. The next thing I want to go over is called the aggro radius. Okay? This only comes into play monsters that have red names. Because yellow named monsters, if you remember the first video, can't be aggroed unless we do what? Unless we hit them. Okay? This guy's not going to hurt me until I move up. Now he's pissed. Okay? Now he wants to take my face off. Okay? Very important to remember. Okay. Next thing is, like I said, aggro radius. Okay. Let's go over to something that has an aggro radius. Actually, let's go over here. I want to do it with the Scholar Crusader guys because they're red labeled monsters, and they don't. They're going to be an easy explanation for this. Okay. Yeah, thanks for bearing with me, guys. This is there's a lot to cover, and if I repeat myself, I surely am sorry. I just want to make sure you guys get this stuff. It's really important. It'll let you play the game. It'll make you good at the game, and you'll appreciate it. I promise. You'll be playing this game like, oh, that's what Phil was talking about, or Meldron, whatever you want to call me. That's what he was talking about. Okay, so aggro radiuses are literally a circle. So every monster that's has a red name has a circle around them. This guy has one. Okay. All his little Scarlet Crusader friends have one. The size of the circle and the radius of the circle depends upon two things. To a lesser degree, it depends upon the type of monster they are. Some monsters have larger aggro radiuses than others. The biggest thing is the difference in level between you and the target. Okay? I'm level 5, this guy's level 3. If I was level 3, if I was the same level as him, the aggro radius would be a certain size. Every level I go above him, his aggro radius gets slightly smaller. because I'm more powerful than him. Conversely, if he was level 5 and I was level 3, his radius would be bigger because our difference is in favor of him, not me. Now the difference in level is in favor of me. I'm level 5. His radius that he can detect me, that I become a threat to him, is a little bit smaller than if it was if I was level 3. It's kind of like he knows I'm tougher than him, so he's going to let me get a little bit closer. If I was level 60, which is the max level in vanilla, I would have to be standing inside of him pretty much until he realizes, oh shit, he's here. I want to fight him, because he doesn't want to fight me. He knows he's going to get beat. Okay, I have to really piss him off. Does that make sense? So at some point, I don't know what the boundary of this aggro radius is. There it is. Okay. It also helps by the direction he's looking. If he's looking at me, it's extended a little bit further. This comes in really important when you play a character that can stealth. If you're playing a rogue or a druid, if you're standing in front of his eyes in stealth, and you're standing right in front of him, he's going to see you. Okay? If you stand behind the target, you could be standing right on his butt. If he's looking, if his tree's his butt, if his eyes are over here and looking that way, he will not see you if you're stealth. He will not see you. Okay? Let's try that again. Again, everything has an aggro radius. If he was level 60 and I was level 1, I'd be aggroing him probably from like right here. He'd be running after me because he knows he's going to kick my butt. Okay? Let's try that again. I'm going to go behind this time. See how close I can get. It was a little bit closer than before, if you noticed. Okay? Again, the aggro radius is invisible. You can't see it. Alright? Now, there's something called chain aggroing. Okay? I'm trying to think where this would come into play. I'm going to start clearing my way up to this tent, and that's when you'll be able to figure that out. Okay? Almost there. So I always apply random to target if I can, if I remember, because I want to get that bleed damage out of him. Okay? Okay. We're almost there. A couple more kills. Okay. Alright. Here we have 3 guys very close to each other. This guy's aggro radius is probably about this big. These 2 guys lie within his aggro radius. So if I pull him, it's going to pull both of them, because they kind of like notice that he's being in combat. They're going to also engage with me. Similarly, if I attack this guy is lying within his... Oh, I was in another aggro radius apparently. Let me kill this guy real quick. If the damn guy, I'm gonna spit on him real quick. If you notice, I'm selecting him and saying /spit, /spit. You spit on Scarlet Convert. So screw you, buddy. I'm gonna teabag him a few times. Okay. All right. This Scarlet Convert, if I aggro him, Mevin Korgal is residing inside the Convert's aggro radius, so that will aggro Mevin Korgal. And subsequently, this Scarlet Initiate is inside Mevin's aggro radius, so she will probably be aggroed. So let's just try this. If I just try to attack this guy, let's see what happens. See? And then she was aggroed. Now she's ranged, so she can stay there and hit me. I'm probably gonna die. Maybe. Let's see if I can pull this off. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die. So let me see if I can get her rope. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely die. So you'll see my first death. I'm gonna actually die, so you can see what happens when you die. Okay, I'm dead. Immediately, their healths go back to 100%. That's the first thing you have to realize. Next thing is, you have died, release to the nearest graveyard. Release spirit. Okay. You have 2 options when you die. you can run back to your corpse, or you can talk to this lovely lady, and she'll bring you back to life here. But if I do that, if you find your corpse, you can resurrect for no penalty. If I resurrect you, all of your items will take 25% durability damage. And I think you get resurrection sickness, maybe for a certain level. At a certain level, you also get a debuff that lasts for 10 minutes, and where you're basically worthless. All of your abilities go down by like 25% or something like that. Okay, I don't want to do that. I want to run to my body. There are circumstances though where running to your body is a huge pain in the ass, and I can understand you taking that penalty. But I don't like spending money on repairs, so I'm going to go find my body. Okay. So I think that's kind of clear, right? Aggro radiuses make sense. Everything's got an aggro radius. If things lie within that monster's aggro radius that are also aggroable, if that's even a word, they're going to be aggroed too. Okay, so just be careful when you're running around. Okay, you're like a magnet. Everyone wants to kill you, especially if you're low level. Especially if you're low level. Okay, lower than the other. So you'll notice on level 5, anything that's I think it's 5 levels above me. Let's see what level is this guy. Level 4. Let me go find a level 1. Let's see. There's a level 1 somewhere. Level 1 Undead. See how his 1 is green? So anything that's like more than 2 levels below you is going to show up as green, meaning they're easy to kill. You're not going to get as much experience from killing them. You'll still get some, but you'll get almost no experience. Well, no, I'm sorry, considerably less experience. Anything below, like 6 levels below you, I think it is, it's gray, meaning you get no experience for killing them. Okay? There's no point killing them unless you're looking for a certain drop. If you're looking for something, they're supposed to drop something, a loot that they're supposed to drop, then they're worth killing. Other than that, they're not worth killing, guys. Okay? Not at all. Alright, I'm going to continue to go to level 6. I want to level up. Similarly, anything that's more than 2 levels above you will have an orange number. I don't have one to show you here, but the level will be orange colored. So this wolf, if it was a level 8, it would be orange colored, meaning that, caution, you're about to screw with something that's a lot higher level than you and probably will really hurt you. You'll probably be able to kill it if you really focus on it. You won't be able to kill more than one of them at a time. Wow, I really aggroed this guy from far away. But you may survive. Once you get up, like I think it's around like higher than like a couple more levels higher than that, guys, you'll start to get like a deep red color in the name. So the level will be like a deep red color. That one's going to screw your ass up. It's going to kill you. Okay. Above that, you can get skulls. Skull means there is no chance in hell you're killing this thing. A red enemy you may be able to kill if you're like really good at healing yourself and have a lot of mana and potions. And you may be able to kill something that's red. Skull guys, you're gonna miss every attack. They're gonna one hit you. They're gonna hit you with one attack and they're gonna kill you. Okay, very important. Okay, always look at the color of the level. If sometimes you don't look at the level. See, it says level 3 humanoid at the bottom right. Sometimes you don't notice that, but when you look at the portrait up here, guys, if you see that thing's red, just don't mess with it. Okay, it's not worth it. Or get into a party. Get some people together and try to do it. Okay. I briefly talked about loot. Let's talk about loot. Every single thing in this game that's killable has a loot table. Has a bunch of stuff that could drop. Some things are 100%, some things are 50%, some things are like point something percent. Okay? For most humanoids, it's a 100% chance they're going to drop some kind of money. Whether it's like copper, silver, whatever. It's a less than 100% chance they're going to drop some kind of food or consumable or cloth. And it's rare that they're going to drop like a piece of gear. Okay? Very rare. This guy just dropped copper and food. They're not guaranteed to drop food. They're pretty much guaranteed to drop copper, though. These chain leggings are much better than what I have. I'm going to right-click and put them on. They have 73 armor. What I was wearing had 58 armor. Okay. Always look at your inventory once in a while. If you're not looking, so I'm auto looting. I'm shift looting. So I'm not looking at stuff. I'm looting, guys. So make sure you look and see in your bags what you've looted so far. You may have something better in them. Okay. So like I said before, guys, I want to get to level 6 before we move into the non-starting zone, so I have some new abilities. Remember, every even level, go train. Okay. So I've covered a lot of things I wanted to cover. Let's talk about races. No? Yes, races. Let's start with the Alliance, because I know the least about them. Okay? The most commonly played race in this game is human. They can be a lot of different things. The only thing they can't be is Shaman, Hunter, Druid. Okay? They cannot be those things. I believe that's it. Okay? They are denizens of the world of Azeroth. Okay? The planet Azeroth, the planet we're playing on right now. They have many kingdoms. However, there's only really one that's active right now, and it's Stormwind area. It's the humans of Stormwind are the ones you can play. This is Lordaeron, but it was destroyed by Arthas' Scourge, the Undead Scourge. Hence, why you're undead. So we'll go into the Forsaken lore in a second, but the humans are strong people. They're jack of all trades. They know a lot. They can be a lot of things. They have a lot of good racial benefits. They have a diplomacy benefit, meaning that they get added to their diplomacy. They can reputation gains go higher. So we went over reputation briefly in the first episode, I believe. But they get additional that they get. Their spirit is increased, so your spirit here, their ability to regenerate health and mana goes up. And I believe they have a mace specialization, so they're better with maces than other races are. I mean, you know, the racial abilities are kind of cool. They're not going to make or break your experience, but they do help. The humans are like your run-of-the-mill. I mean, they're humans. They're us, right? They have... they're on the Alliance side. They are the head of the Alliance. If there was a head race, it's kind of like them. The humans of Stormwind have done some great things. They've done some really bad things. I mean, they won the first war with the help of other races, of course, but they're the most common race, probably the most common race in the game you'll come across. Like, these are humans. Even though they're not on the Alliance, they're still humans. Okay? Next, on the Alliance, we have the Dwarves. They're stout in stature, smaller than humans, but more broad. They're great miners, stonemasons. They live in mountains. Their main city is Ironforge, which is built inside of a mountain. So they have some racial abilities that are similar to that. They have stone skin form, which is for a brief time reduces damage. I think they have a gun specialization, if I'm not mistaken. They can be everything but druids, shamans, and maybe warlocks? Yeah, warlocks. I mean, they're not a bad choice. They start in Dun Moreau, which is another nice, very nice. They start in Dun Moreau, which is a icy area, snowy place. Their main city is Ironforge. It's a lot of fun to go there if you're going to play on the Alliance. Interesting race. The next race in the Alliance are the Gnomes. Now, their major city was destroyed. They destroyed it on their own, actually. I'm going to go train real quick. They were doing some experiments in there, and they've destroyed their own town. It was called Nomerigan. That was their home city, but they can't live there anymore. So actually what happened was the Dwarves took them in. So they live in Ironforge now with the Dwarves, and they have their own little district in there. They're great at mechanical abilities, very smart, great at science. They make great magic users. I think they start with more intellect than other races do. Also, yeah, races have different starting attributes, so some races have higher strength than others, some races have higher intellect to start. It won't make or break you in the end, but it's a nice little bonus. If you want to be a magic user, you may want to consider being a gnome because they have more intellect than other races. Okay? The last one in the Alliance before I talk about Thunderclap, well, I want to talk about that for a second, is the Night Elves. And then we're talking about vanilla here, guys, exclusively, okay? So Night Elves are an ancient race of Azeroth. They used to be immortal. They've done a lot of things. They've done a lot of bad things. They've done a lot of good things. A lot of major characters are Night Elves in the game. Illidan Stormrage, of course, Malfurion Stormrage. The two Stormrage brothers are obviously Night Elves. They excel in magic use. One of their they have two interesting racials. One increases their movement speed when they're dead. They turn into a wisp form. They also have Shadow Meld, which is pretty cool, so they can actually go stealth. Regardless of what class you are, you can go stealth, but the catch is you have to be standing still. As long as you're standing still, you can stealth, but as soon as you move, you come out of stealth. They can be everything. They're the Alliance race that can be druids. They can be druids. They can't be mages. They can't be shamans, of course. That's Horde only. They cannot be warlocks, I believe. I think that's it. Yeah, I want to say that's it. So they're pretty interesting. They have a really long, really interesting lore that go behind them. So they're a great pick if you want to be a rogue, or because they have additional stealth and things like that. Okay, so let's go to the Horde, my favorite. The Horde is also broken up into 4 races. The Orcs are the main. I guess if they're the human equivalent in the Horde. They reside in Dorotar. The main city is Orgrimmar. Dorotar is named after Thrall, the war chief's father, Dorotan. The city of Orgrimmar is named after his close friend, Orgrim Doomhammer, which Thrall actually holds the Doomhammer now. The hammer that Thrall holds is Orgrim's old Doomhammer. Orgrim died fighting a demon, Manaroth. I believe it was Manaroth. So I'm going to go over here and steal 10 pumpkins. By the way, we're out of the starting zone now, so things are going to get a little hairier. So very interesting storyline behind the orcs. I can go over the lore, and I'll go over the lore as I'm playing the game, but the lore I can go on for on and on and on. Orcs' racial abilities are kind of interesting. Oh, this guy's running. Let me see if I can help. Oh, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. It'll reset. Watch. Yeah, it'll reset it. So orcs are again the main character of the Horde. Okay, the main race of the Horde. Oh, I aggro this guy. Let's kill him. So orcs' racial abilities are they have command, which is kind of cool. So hunters and warlocks of orcs, their pets do greater damage. So if you're thinking about doing a demonology warlock or a beastmastery hunter, orc may be a choice for you because their pets do more damage. They also have axe specialization, which they increase damage they do with axes. They also and they have hardiness, which reduces their chance of being stunned. So stun is a movement impairing effect on your character that makes him not do what you want him to do. He sits there stunned and like blindly. So orcs are a great choice. They're strong. They have great starting strength. They're great for warriors. Next would be the trolls. Their main city, Sen'jin Village, where they used to come from, has been corrupted by evil trolls. So Thrall, while he was escaping from he was a slave. The humans actually enslaved Thrall. I mean, kind of for good reason, because the orcs were invaded Azeroth from Draenor. So the orcs aren't from Azeroth. They're from another planet called Draenor that was destroyed by Ner'zhul and Gul'dan, which actually opened the Dark Portal with Medivh's help and Demon's help, which we'll get into. That lore is pretty in depth. So Thrall was good. He was not corrupted by the demon blood. This is after the corruption had already seeped in. Notice because I'm pulling these one at a time. Why? Because of those aggro radiuses I was talking about. I do not want to pull this entire thing. Anyway, so So yeah, the trolls. While Thrall was escaping his imprisonment, he ran into Sen'jin, who Sen'jin village is named after, and he helped Sen'jin fight off the Naga, which are corrupted. They're like almost like a mermaid lizard type of race. They're non-playable race. Actually, they used to be night elves before they were corrupted by the old gods. As Thrall was helping Sen'jin fight off the Naga, Sen'jin was killed in the battle. His son, though, Vol'jin, swore allegiance to. This is okay, guys. This is a rare monster. Let's see if I can kill him. I'll probably die from this, but he'll drop something cool if I can kill him. This is not looking good for me. I don't have a potion, I don't believe. No, I do not. Okay, I'm gonna come back and try to kill that guy, because he just dropped something good. If you ever find... Oh, God, I'm all the way back here. If you ever find a monster in the game that has a silver dragon around them, like I just found, their portrait, they are rare. Which means they're uncommon. They're not elites, which have a gold dragon. Elites are very powerful, and they will kill you. Rares are a little bit more powerful than normal. But they usually drop gear that's not common. They usually drop maybe a magic gear that has a magical enchantment on it. So you always want to try to kill them. I'm 2 levels below him. That's why I had a hard time. So it's gonna be hard to kill him. If I can find a potion, that can really help. So I'm gonna try that again. Anyway, trolls are good because they have going back to the races. Excuse me, guys. Trolls are great because one of their racial abilities is they can regenerate their health in combat, which is nice. The only race that can do that. They're also are very good with ranged weapons. They're very good with bows, I believe. As bows, they have a bow enchantment. They're just all around pretty interesting race to try out. They're not very popular, unfortunately, among the player base. Not sure why that is, but they're great. They can be shamans. So yeah, I'm sorry. The orcs, what the orcs cannot be. The orcs can't be paladins. That's only alliance. They cannot be mages. They cannot be priests. I believe that's it. And they cannot be mages or priests. Or... yeah, that's it. That's it. Or paladins. Trolls can be everything but warlocks, paladins, and I think that's it. I mean, druids. They can't be druids. Neither can orcs. Excuse me. Orcs and trolls cannot be druids. The only race that can be druids is the one we're going to talk about right now. Is the Tauren. Tauren are like bovine-like race. They are very large. They the largest race in the game. They are very peaceful, animistic, kind of like Native American-like sort of race. They live in Mulgore. Oh god, I'm gonna pull everybody here. I gotta run again. See, this is why you have to be careful about aggro radiuses, guys. I just pulled guys I didn't want to pull, which is good. I'm getting experience. That's fine. And Tauren are great because god. See, guys, this is why I have to watch where you're going. Tauren are great. They're kind of big. They're kind of brawny. They're really awesome looking. You don't want to mess with a Tauren, right? So again, they're peaceful people. They also met Thrall while Thrall was escaping. They helped Thrall kill the demon Monaroth. Very awesome race. Anyway, they can only be a few things. They can be druids. They can be warriors. They can be hunters. And shamans. That's about it, actually. They're actually one of the least amount of things they can be. They can't be rogues. They can't be warlocks. They can't be priests. They can't be mages. They can't be any of the cloth classes. They can be druids, though. So that's kind of cool. So you can be a Tauren druid and be a shapeshifter. Again, these are brief introductions, guys, so bear with me. So he's got, let's see how much health he's got. Let's turn that from percentage to, where's my combat text names? Action bars. Oh, this guy just respawned. So respawning is when you kill an NPC, after a certain amount of time, they come back. They respawn, okay? So once you kill this Farman, he isn't dead forever. This is an MMORPG, guys, and a lot of people play this game. And this is Aggro that guy. God damn it. Let's kill him so he doesn't come back and then run. I don't want to fight this guy with less than 100% health, okay? Let's use my battle shout while I have the rage to do it. Okay. So the last race on the Horde is, of course, the Undead, who I am right now, okay? The Undead are, used to be humans of Lordaeron, but they were killed by Arthas' Scourge and became undead. However, the Banshee Queen, Sylvanas Windrunner, who used to be a High Elf, not a Night Elf. There are two types of elves in this game, the High Elves and Night Elves. Arthas invaded the land of Quel'Thalas, which is where the, not Quell, yeah. And they, I want to eat this food real quick. You right-click on food to eat it. You can also drink at the same time. You can drink and eat at the same time, guys. So you can drink food and eat water. You can eat food and drink water at the same time, just so you know, if you're using mana, which I don't need to use mana. Always save your linen cloth. That'll become apparent to you in a little bit. So I'll put that right over here. So always save cloth. This does 3.8 damage per second. This does more than my... but I can't use maces yet. You have to train for weapons, okay, guys? And we'll go into that in a little bit. I would love to use that mace against this guy, but I can't. Alright, so I'm gonna try this again. Okay? I have Battle Shout up. I'm gonna charge in. Rend. My Battle Shout's still up. I got a nice little crit there, which is great. Okay, put Rend back on the target. That's that bleed effect. I'm gonna keep that up. Looks like another heroic strike here. Please, let me get another heroic strike here. Alright, he's running. Great, we got him. He's dead. And we got cloth trousers. Meh. That's nothing. Oh well, we tried. Okay, you're not guaranteed to get what you want in this game, unfortunately. Can't always get what you want. Anyway, the Undead. The Forsaken, as they call themselves. Sylvanas Windrunner, Sylvanas, who was killed by Arthas while he invaded the High Elf homeland, broke free of his control somehow. When she did, and Arthas ran to Northrend, where he is now, at this point in the game, she also freed the minds of some of the Undead, which you are. So you're an Undead. You were killed by Arthas, but you came back to life, and Sylvanas was kind enough to bring you back as well and give you your own mind back. So you're a free-thinking Undead. That's what the Forsaken are. Yeah, so that's what you are. You used to be under the control of the Lich King, and now you've been broken away free from it. And this guy's stealing my pumpkins. So I'm gonna walk around here and just kill stuff. The Undead can be every cloth class. They can be warriors. Everybody can be a warrior, actually. They can be. They have no male. They can't be a shaman or a hunter, but they can be rogues. So they can be all the cloth classes, a rogue, and they can be a warrior. Okay. They seem to be very popular for rogues. I'm not sure why, but the racial abilities are pretty cool. They have, as you see here, they have Cannibalize. So once I kill this guy, I'll show you how Cannibalize works. Basically, so watch my health. My health's getting lower, right? I mean, I'm not getting hurt that bad, but I'm getting hurt. So I'll let him hurt me a little bit more. He just crit me nicely there. He crit me, though. Okay, so after I loot him, I'm going to hit Cannibalize. So you'll see I'm eating, and look at my portrait. I'm getting health, okay? So it's a self-heal, but I can only use it on humanoid corpses or undead corpses, okay? The other racial is Will of the Forsaken. Whenever I'm slept, fear, or charmed, I can click this and get out of it. Also very nice. I also have underwater breathing, which is kind of cool. Okay, so while I'm trying to do this quest and waiting for this pumpkin to come back, I want to talk about your spellbook.
I'm out of range.
Every class is a spellbook. Each spellbook is different. However, everyone has a general tab on their spellbook, the first page of their spellbook. Okay? On this page, we have attack. Everyone has that. We have block. A block is something only warriors and paladins get, and shamans, because they can also have shields. And what block allows you to do is block and attack. But I don't have a shield equipped. You have to have a shield equipped to be able to block. Okay. So the general tab is stuff that either your racial abilities are in, or just very common abilities that everybody has. Cannibalize is racial. Dodge is a passive ability that only certain classes have. Parry is well, everybody has dodge. Parry is only specific to melee classes. Shadow resistance is a racial. Again, undead have defense against shadow magic. Underwater breathing is a passive racial that I can stay underwater longer than any other race because I'm dead. Will of the Forsaken we just talked about. And then after the general tab, each class has 3 subsequent pages. I don't have the third page yet because I haven't learned anything from their protection tree. However, I do have arms, my battle stances. Okay, stances we'll talk about in one brief second. Charge, which is down here. Rogue Strike, down here. Rend, down here. Thunderclap, down here. So these are all my arms-specific talents. So talents that come from the arms tree. And this is where all your spells are, guys. So if you want to move them around, if you see you lost Thunderclap, shit, where's my Thunderclap? Where'd it go? It's still in your spellbook. You can move it down here, okay? And then we have Fury, which is where our Battle Shout comes from. It comes from the Fury tree, which is one of the 3 warrior trees. So this will look different for every class, okay? But the spellbook's always there, okay? That's your spellbook. All your stuff is stored there, and all the ranks of your spells, which we'll talk about very soon, are also stored there.
Isn't ready yet.
Unfortunately, these pumpkins are not respawning very quickly, so I'm just going to sit here and kill stuff. Excuse me, until they respawn. Ooh, I got a potion. Ooh, and this. I don't need... Scrolls are consumable things. Let's see what this guy is. He's a rogue. He doesn't have mana either, so it's not going to help him. Spirit increases the target spirit, so I want to put it on myself. So if I right-click, I'll put it right on myself. Remember that auto self-cast? And I have a buff for 30 minutes, increases my spirit by 3. So all of my out-of-combat mana health regeneration, I don't have mana, will be higher for 30 minutes. Okay? And if you look, I'm going to put Battle Shout on right now. See that I have 2 buffs active right now, okay? And I also dropped the potion. You can hotkey your potion, you can put it wherever you want. I'll put it here for now. Say your health's really low, and you're about to kill something, but you're about to die, you can hit this, and you can bring your health back. I also just picked up a green. Okay? This is a carving knife of power, bind when equipped. Okay? Since the name is in green, it means that it is an uncommon item. There are common items, like these things in white, Saladin's trousers, flimsy chain vests, and there are uncommon. Well, actually, gray is below common. I forget what it's called. Green is a step above white. It has a magical ability. Not only does it do damage, 5.9 damage per second, 6 to 13 damage, but it also increases attack power by 4. Actually, guys, this dagger does more damage than my sword does. I could sell it on the auction house, but since I'm not keeping this character, guys, I'm going to go back to Chronos as soon as it's up, which should be up in 2 days. I'm going to equip it. Since it's a one-handed weapon, equipping this item will bind it to you. Okay, before I talk about that, before I equip it, let's talk about that. There's items in the game that are bind on equip and bind on pickup. Binding means you can't trade it or sell it. At this point, I haven't equipped this dagger yet, so I can sell it or trade it to someone. But as soon as I equip it, it's bound to me. I can sell it to a vendor for money, but I can't give it to a player character, or trade it to a player character, or sell it to a player character. The only thing I can do with it is sell it to a vendor. Why that is? It's kind of to control different items in the game. Control loot. So you're not giving stuff away. Okay? Stuff that people work very hard to get. There are also bind on pickup. There are items in the game that as soon as you touch them, they bind to you. You don't even have to equip them. Okay? Those are some usually raid items. Purple items, some blue items, stuff you get from dungeons. They're bind on pickup. Okay? BOP versus BOE. Bind on equip, bind on pickup. Okay? This is bind on equip. As soon as I click this, equipping this item will bind it to you. Okay. I can no longer give this to a player character. I cannot do it. This is a one-handed weapon, so guess what I'm going to do? Throw on my shield. Okay? Alright. I can get rid of this sword now, because I don't need it anymore, because this dagger does a lot more damage. Okay? I want to keep this two-handed sword just in case. Remember, guys, I haven't used daggers yet, so I have to train daggers up a little bit. I'm gonna probably miss for a while, for a little bit. Okay? Let's charge in here. Throw my battle shout and start stabbing this guy with a dagger. See, I'm missing a little bit. I'm really hitting this guy hard and fast. It's kind of nice. Big upgrade from what I was using. He'll start dodging once I get my ability up a little bit. Excuse me, guys. I'm a little hoarse. I was home for a wedding and we had a good time. A bit too much drinking and having fun. I just thunderclapped. I'll talk about that in a second.
Enough rage. Need more rage.
See how my dagger just keeps going up, keeps going up, keeps going up? So I haven't used a dagger yet. My ability in dagger is just going to keep increasing until it gets to high enough that I won't miss as much. Okay? Alright. I still don't see any pumpkins. I'm trying to think if I missed anything here. So we went over inventory, we went over bind on equip, we went over... Okay, I want to sell a lot of this stuff that's in my bag now, make some money off of it. We're going to go over professions as soon as we're to the main area, to Brill. When we go to Brill, we're going to go over professions. That'll probably be next episode, because we're actually starting to close in on the end of this one. I'm going to charge in here.
Isn't ready yet.
Battle shot back up, it's about to fade. Rend.
Not enough rage.
So Thunderclap, guys, is a new ability we got at level 6. Ooh, and another bag. See that? Equip that bag. I always like to put stuff in my last bag that I'm going to keep, okay? Thunderclap. Blasts nearby enemies, increasing time between their attacks by 10% for 10 seconds and doing 10 damage to them. This ability causes additional threat and will affect up to 4 targets. Threat is something we'll talk about when we talk about tanking. Basically, this ability not only slows them down, but does damage to them too. So it slows the time between their attacks. Right now, guys, it's not a priority for us. We want to make sure we have Rend up, Battle Shout, and the Heroic Strike. Those are our damage dealing abilities. If we had multiple targets on us, guys, then we want to worry about Thunderclap, okay? It's a multi-target ability. If you have the rage to spend, sure, if you have a limited rage, use that stuff. Otherwise, we want to save our rage for Rend, Heroic Strike, and make sure that Battle Shot's always up, okay? Hopefully we get this quest done before this episode ends. We should be able to do it. They're starting to respawn now. We need 10 of these things. Okay, 3. Here's number 4. There's number 5 over here. This gathering quest or something is a huge pain in the butt. So guys, my next video is probably going to be back on Chronos. So I am going to make a new warrior and level him back to level 6 and get him through this quest, so we're at the same exact place. I want to continue leveling on Chronos because then, you know, the difference between Vanilla and Burning Crusade it becomes a lot more the higher level you are. And I want this to be a Vanilla guide, not a Burning Crusade guide. The good news is, though, this Vanilla guide will help you through Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King. Kata is when things really start to change, okay? So this guide will be good for those first 3 expansions. Very good for those first 3 expansions. All the core principles will be the same. Pretty much. There are some changes to abilities that they do, but all the core principles remain the same. The big thing that changes between expansions are what these things mean for each class. Okay? Always check these. Always check the tooltips on what strength does, what agility does, because in each expansion, they kind of tweaked what those core attributes did to each class. Alright, we need 3 more of these damn pumpkins. Oh, 2 more. So we went over the races, what their abilities are, what they do, and I really like the orcs and the undead. Those are my favorite 2 races to play. I was debating on making either an orc warrior or an undead warrior. My first character ever was an undead warrior, so I think I'm going to roll with the undead. I'm liking the new dagger. I like the new dagger. I like what the damage it's doing. So, what's nice about this dagger is not only does it do more base damage than my sword does, but also it gives me 4 additional attack power. So, if you look at my melee stats here, my attack power is 77. That's the damage of my dagger plus its enchantment of 4 attack power. Now, if I equip this 2-handed sword, my attack power is only 73. Okay? So, my dagger actually does a lot more damage, okay? Not a lot more, but just does more. My damage is 14 to 22 with the dagger, and 24 to 29, but it's higher with the 2-handed sword, guys, but remember, the speed is so much slower. So a damage per second is higher with the dagger, even though the damage it does in between is higher. So damage per second with the dagger is 11.4. Damage per second with the sword is only 7.9. See the difference? Even though, always look at your DPS. Damage per second is the stat you want to worry about, okay? So 11.4 is much higher. I want to keep that up, okay? Alright, I mean, it's kind of weird to run around as a warrior with a dagger, but you know what? I'm all about the numbers right now, not about... I'll get a nicer weapon sooner, trust me, I will. But I like using swords with warriors, but or maces or axes, but I'll do it what I have right now. Okay, we need 2 more pumpkins. Oh god, we're almost there. I'll continue to talk until these pumpkins come up, and I'll end it as soon as this quest is done.
I'm out of range.
Let's charge this guy and get some XP. Always try to get some XP if you're doing quests and you notice that, oh man, I'm bored, I'm waiting for my quest to come back or whatever. Just kill stuff, man. XP is precious in this game, and you want to get as much of it as you can.
Not enough rage. Need more rage.
I'm missing that a lot. So I'll show you in a little bit. We're going to do all this linen cloth. I thunderclap there because I wanted to.
Not enough rage.
It's a cool animation.
Isn't ready yet.
Okay.
I need to
Ooh, 40 crit. That's pretty nice. The range of this weapon is really all over the place. It seems like 6 to 13 damage. It has a really high range of what it can do, which is kind of cool. So now, why is my shield not showing up? It's not equipped. That's weird. I'm not sure when that happened. Oh, don't pull that guy. Okay. Put that back on. I'm not sure why my shield got disequipped. Oh, because I equipped my two-handed sword. When you equip the two-handed weapon, guys, it'll de-equip your shield as well. You always have to make sure you put your shield back on. Rookie mistake. Your shield not only gives you the ability to block, but it also gives you passive armor. See, it gives 55 armor. So even just equipping a shield gives you better armor rating and less damage that you take, okay? So it gives you the chance to block, yes, but it also gives you a really nice basal armor rating. Okay. Come on, pumpkins. Two more. Two more. Getting tired of killing people. That's part of this game, man. It's a grindy game, and what I love so much about the original game is that it was grindy. It was you had to really work at leveling. You had to really grind your way, tooth and nail, up the ladder. Which is something I really miss, honestly. I really, really do miss it. Nice crit, nice. Okay. So, let me know in the comments how this is going, guys. I actually received a comment, my first video, keep up the good work. So, you know, I really enjoy doing these tutorials, because I enjoy teaching, taught before science, so I enjoyed the act of teaching, and I think I do an okay job at it, so let me know if I'm missing anything important or something you want me to cover, why things are the way they are. I might be able to do some research. One thing really quick that I do want to go over is chat while I'm doing this. So when you hit enter, your chat bar comes up, what we talked about before. There are certain codes that I want to talk about. /P is your party chat. I'm not in a party right now, but if I was in a party, I could talk to my party by doing /P. And then space, and then it turns into a party chat. Similarly, if I was in a raid, /raid would put me in the raid chat. I'm not in a raid. /BG puts me into battleground chat. I'm not in a battleground, but if I was. /R whispers the last person who whispered you. Whispering is a way to talk to a character without anyone else hearing it. Say you're in a party, and you're the tank, and the healer wants to tell you to go, but doesn't want anybody else to hear you. It doesn't want to. It just wants to tell you something privately. That's a whisper. You can whisper someone by clicking them, and then right-clicking their portrait and going to whisper. I can't do it now because they're not here, but that's how you would do it. Okay. Next thing I want to do is adding a friend to your friends list. So when this is the social panel. So say there's a person here I want to add to my friends list, right? I'm going to say something real quick. I want to say hello. And you don't want to spell their name out. You just want to shift-click them. If you hit add friend and then shift-click the player's name when they're talking to you, it goes right into this field. Very helpful when the person you're playing with has those special characters that you can't type. You can shift-click their name into your friends list. And the friends list lets you actually talk to that player and let you know when they sign on. And you can talk to them. You know, you can create a party with them. Say you went to a dungeon and really got along with someone. You can put them in your friends list. You can also put them on your ignore list, where they can't bother you anymore. There's also a guild chat, we'll talk about when we go into guild, raid, and then there's all. You can go into general chat, trade chat, local defense. I think there's a channel. Well, anyway, there's another channel we could have joined, but I'll go into that when we get back on Chronos. /1 puts you in the general chat of the place you're at. So, general chat is the chat of the Tirisfal Glades. I'm in Tirisfal Glades. That's the part of the game that I'm in. If you look in your map, ooh, I should close my map. And that guy's running away. Okay. Open up your map with him. you're in Tearsfall Glades. That's the part of the world you're in. Okay? If you hit /1, it puts you in the general chat. I'll put hello, anyone out there. Didn't go through. That's weird. It's supposed to. We'll go over when I need to chat. I'll show you what I'm doing here, guys. Okay. Basically, that's something I want to talk about chat and social tabs. All right, these pumpkins should be coming up any second now. Sorry for the delay, guys. I really have no control over it, though. Excuse me again.
I'm out of range.
I'm still getting points and daggers, so that's good. Look, pumpkins. Oh, there's the last one. Excellent. And I'm gonna go somewhere safe and log out. Okay, this quest is complete. And with that, guys, I'd like to end part 3 of the tutorial. I hope you liked it. Next part, we're going to go into professions. Because I want to go out and get my 2 professions, which will probably be blacksmithing and mining. So you want to get professions that's going to benefit your class or going to make you money. In this case, since this is beginners, I'm going to go over something that's going to be beneficial for my class. Okay? It can still make me money, but it's going to be beneficial for my class. Okay? So the next video may be on Chronos. Just a warning. I will be wearing probably different gear, so it may look a little different. Even my name may be different, but it doesn't matter because it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be a level 6 warrior that has just completed the Fields of Grief quest. I may be a little less experienced, maybe a little more. Doesn't really matter. Okay. So with that, guys, thank you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And thanks for being here. And Meldron's gonna always, as he always does, waves goodbye to my friends. All right. Have a great night. See you later.